Team Unglaublich. Some call them the greatest intramural basketball team of all time. In their third season, the team's owner, Mr. Unglaub, decided to hold tryouts for the roster and document the season. Offended that they were being asked to try out, most of the previous season's roster didn't come out for the team. Located on the East Coast, owner Unglaub appointed Dave Imdich as his surrogate, which caused tension among friends. Disappointed with the turnout, but resolute, the GM lined up a series of private workouts across the Twin Cities and begged his former teammates to reconsider. What follows are the interviews from that second wave of tryouts, all of the hopefuls yearning for intramural glory.
I'm only come back to haunt you. Sometimes doing the things you don't want to, but got to. Maybe not a lot at stake. I thought I'd take the chance when I saw that break. I fall, get up and fall again. Get upset and sit up and catch my wind. I suspect you about ready to bend, just like one man's method, another man's medicine.
Tell us about your basketball career.
Oh, basketball career. I was the first player ever actually drafted from middle school. So I didn't even go to high school, skipped that completely.
How did you become a part of Team Unglaublich?
Kyle threatened to fail me in internal medicine 1 early in my first year of rotation, so I kind of had to. I also had to pay for his entry fee.
I was a little insulted that Kevin asked me to try out. He said if I just did this interview and came out and played, he would tell everybody that I was trying out.
Last year, the team was instrumental as I was going through some life changes. Around Labor Day last year, my wife and I separated. And when I shared that with my friends, many of whom were on the team, my closest friends, the first words out of someone's mouth was, "You need to join a basketball team." That the feeling of beating someone on the basketball court is healing. It'll bring you through the darkest hour. And I thought he was full of shit. But it seemed like a good excuse for everyone to get together and be on a basketball team. And we lost a bunch of games in the beginning, and that was really hard. But at some point we started winning, and at some point this team became more of a family for me than I had had before. And that experience of playing up through the championship, winning the championship, getting a postseason award was instrumental in allowing me to cope with some very difficult times.
I appreciate you coming up. I'm still kind of wondering why you didn't show up for any summer.
Man, I'm here. Why do we have to go through this every time? I'm here. I'm part of the team. I'm at practice.
You weren't at practice. We were practicing all summer and you weren't there. You're the coach of the team. People were like, "Where the hell's our coach?"
People have off seasons. People need to rest. They need to do other things. I can't, every Sunday in my life can't be about Team Unglaublich.
We didn't even need every Sunday. Every other Sunday would have been fine. What were you doing?
I was ready. You canceled some of them. There was rain. There was canceled.
It's funny that you were going to come to every single one that we canceled.
Hey,
but you didn't make it to any of the others.
That's not my fault, okay?
What does basketball mean to you?
For me, it's part of my identity. It's kind of like I grew up in Kentucky, so as a kid, basketball was everything. And I wasn't real good then, and the kids made fun of me a lot. And I think that's given me a real drive to always improve and get better. So basketball is really just my way of achieving it.
A few years ago, I would have said my life, but after having had my wife give birth to a son in the last couple of years, I hope as much as possible to live vicariously through him and basketball.
Well, it's really important for my wife, as well as myself. She was a cheerleader, and I think she was a cheerleader in junior high and high school and college again, and then she went to the pros, and so she just really likes to sit on the sidelines and cheer, and so I've pretty much given up my athletic pursuits over the years, and this is just really for her.
Why do you want to be on the team?
Well, it's a good opportunity. Things fell apart in my life for a long time, and this is my chance to shine and my chance to be on posters. This is the last stop for me, so I'm ready.
I've been playing basketball since I could walk. I've had a long road in basketball. I was thrown off of UMD after my junior year for a fight. Had to do with my sister beating me one-on-one. She's an Olympian now, and after that I kind of kicked around. I played in the Welsh League, the Tanzanian League, the Swedish League, and a few bad breaks, a few knee blowouts, some drunken nights. I finally found myself washed up out of basketball and took up coaching.
How tall are you?
5'5", a tall 5'5".
Before you joined the team last year, had you ever played organized basketball?
Hell no!
I bring a passion that very few people are going to have for the game of basketball. I was the kid in high school that couldn't sit still on the sideline and yelled and talked to the refs and imitated the opponent's coaches and tried to distract players. And I think in a sport where we're only surrounded by middle-aged men with declining physical skills, passion is one of the few things that'll separate a good team from being a great team. They certainly level the playing field between a bunch of crappy teams.
Where does basketball rank as far as important things in your life?
Oh, basketball is number one. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, then family falls like 50th or something like that. But basketball is number one. I sleep with a basketball. I bathe with a basketball. My shower has basketball. Basketball is I even have on some basketball drawers right now I want to see. Spalding, you didn't know Spalding made underwear?
It just didn't make sense to me. I mean, you love playing basketball. Why not play in the summer outdoors? Is there something else going on I don't know about?
What, you're turning this whole damn thing into a circus. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. There's a guy with a suit. I don't know what he's up to.
What are your weaknesses?
I've been trying to think about this lately because I'm probably going to have an interview this week. Maybe a little short on confidence sometimes. Maybe that holds me back at the desk and on the court sometimes.
I can't dribble, I can't shoot. I'll scream so loud that I might lose my voice by the end of the game, so I can't give instructions in crunch time. And wherever you go, you see piles of water on the floor from all the sweating, and that can affect our team as well. So we got to be careful about that.
Just living in the shadow of my sister, it's pretty tough. Sometimes I see her and I'll choke on an important three. It's tough when your little sister's an Olympian and can beat you, but I can fight through that. I can fight through my weakness.
Sometimes I try too hard. I can get into foul trouble real easy because, I just want to make every play that I can. And, sometimes I can hurt myself, so I tend to want to wear, I try to wear, pads, just so, because I fall down a lot. So.
Mostly my shortcomings around shooting the ball, dribbling the ball, really passing the ball is sometimes difficult.
What happened when you went pro?
Well, most teams passed me up because I didn't go to high school, number one. Coming straight out of middle school, there's a lot of there's a lot of issues to deal with. I mean, I hadn't even had my first kiss yet, Being in middle school, your friends are asking you for lunch money, people are calling for chocolate milk and stuff, it's difficult.
Do you think you can win the Mr. Hustle Award again this year?
I think when I get back to the shape I was in last year's game, that's possible. Right now, I don't know if that's possible. There's a lot more hustle in my soul than there is in my body right now. That's all I know.
Whoa, be easy to be charged. Just release me. You seem a little amplified. Me, I check my head